On BBC London, more than 1 million leaseholders in the capital could be affected by the government's plans to reform home ownership. Hello, thanks for joining us. As we've been hearing this lunchtime, the government is planning to abolish the leasehold system to give homeowners more control over the buildings they live in. It's hoped it will help existing leaseholders who can feel the cost of repairs and maintenance to communal areas are unfair and unreasonable. Well, our work and money correspondent Megan Owen joins us. And Megan, this move would be particularly relevant for Londoners, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that's exactly right, Alice. There are 1.3 million leasehold properties in London, which is one of the highest percentages in the UK. Of course, a number of large apartment buildings helping to deal with the shortage of housing in the capital. Now, it means that a freeholder owns the building, but a leaseholder buys the right to occupy their home for a fixed amount of time. Now, Londoners have long been saying that that leaves a lack of control when it comes to service charges and communal costs. And that's something that the government wants to completely overhaul by pushing for a Commonhold system. Now, that would involve banning new leasehold flats, which would give people ownership of their buildings. And it would also, according to the government, end unfair practices and unreasonable costs at the hands of landlords. Well, this move is a step in the right direction, according to the National Leasehold campaign.
We're really pleased about today's announcement about Commonhold. That's great, but fixing things for the future doesn't necessarily fix things for the past. So there is a lot of leaseholders that are worried today that they're going to be trapped in a two-tier system. But I don't believe that that's going to be the case. I think that government need to really address existing leasehold issues through the Leasehold and Freehold Reform Act.
Well, Cassia Tarker owns a one-bedroom flat in West London, and she says in the last 3 years, her monthly bills have been spiralling out of control.
I moved here 3 years ago. My service charge was £65. Now it's over £200 for a one-bedroom flat, and I live on my own. You know, it's my dream home, and there might be a time where I'm not going to be able to afford to live here. It's really, really bad. So I'm not sure if the new legislation is even going to help us in any way.
Well, the organisation representing freeholders says that leasehold is the most effective way of managing large, complex apartment buildings, of course, of which there are many in London. And under Commonhold, residents would face more financial and legal responsibilities for block maintenance and management. Now, Commonhold was introduced to England in 2002. It's popular in many places in the world, but this is the biggest push from a government to date towards that system, and one that is likely to be met with heated debate, Alice.
I imagine so. Megan, thanks so much for joining us.